welcome to our channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm waiting for you.
Hi guys, so welcome back. In today's video, what we're going to be demonstrating is just 4 or 5 of the simple styles that I usually do for my daughter for school. So in a month, one of these 4 or 5 styles she'll definitely rock one of them. And I'm sure you already saw a screenshot of the things that we use to style her hair. Something I'm sure you definitely did not see was combs, because we're about that comb-free life. That was one of the major reasons why we got locks. Okay. What you see me doing here is I'm lightly misting her hair. Not that it's necessary per se, because right now we're in the rainy season, so the weather is not really that dry. But I found that in terms of manipulating her hair, it makes it much more pain-free, and it enables my hands to glide through her hair much more easily. So I'm just going to lightly mist it, not till it's wet, just to dampen it a little bit, and then I'm going to coat my hands with coconut oil. So this is the brand that we use. I am by no means recommending it. We get it from a local store, and we've been enjoying it so far. So I very lightly coat. That's about 4 or 5. I tend to be very heavy-handed, so you can see my hands, and then I just run that through the ends of her hair. What it really is for is just to help my hands. The mixture of the water I previously sprayed and then the oil on my hands just helps my hands to glide through her hair that much easily. Okay, and then I'm going to focus a lot of it on her tips as well as on her edges. Her last retie was about 2 weeks ago, and her hair grows really fast, so you'll notice that her edges have already grown out quite a bit. I don't know if you can see that. If it's been a very long time since I did her retie, I might go in very quickly with a locking tool, and I'm going to do a video sometime about the tools that we use. We have like at least 3 or 4 different types of tools that we use, depending on the part, the size of the locks we're doing, and the part of her head where we're retying. We tend to use a different tool for the front, especially if the hairs they are really short from the main from the rest of her hair. So what you see me with now is this double-sided brush. You can see this part that has like the colored brown tips is the firmer part, and this is the really baby soft part. So I'm going to go with baby soft part and just get those edges. Feel free to use, if you are somebody who likes to slay those edges and get them laid, feel free to use any edge control that you have. To be honest, we're not really about that life. I've never used edge control on my daughter's hair. Not edge control, not gel, not anything. We're much more about that frizzy life, so it's fine. I honestly think that there's a very particular aesthetic when it comes to locks. Please let me hold this one.
Okay. Okay.
So this first one is a very simple style. One thing you're going to notice about most of these styles is that they are styles that can be done in 5 minutes or less. So early in the morning, if I need to get her off to school in a hurry, this is just something that is quick and easy to do. Okay, please, especially if you have fussy hair or you're working with fussy hair, it's very important to get in that moisture and the oil before you begin to manipulate it. Yes, it is locked, but because locks tend to be very frizzy, they tend to catch on each other. So if you don't get that good moisture in, it could hurt. There's a little potential for it to hurt. So what I'm just doing is two very simple ponytails, one on either side. And honestly, this style works regardless of regardless of the length of hair. Hold on to this for a bit. This style works regardless of the length of the child's hair. Even if it's a struggle ponytail, it's still cute. And you can see her little tiny baby lock at the back. My daughter, believe it or not, she had it retied 2 weeks ago. Her hair grows fast. Her hair grows really fast. So in the next 4 weeks, she's going to be due for another retie. Thank you. So what you see me doing is I'm just not too tight. So the first go round, I'm just going to do two. And try, when you do the ponytail, try and make sure that, so I'm aiming for just above and slightly behind each ear. Try and adjust for symmetry to make sure that both ponytails are on the same level. And then I think I'm going to do loop one more time. So not too tight, but just enough tension that it doesn't come undone. Sorry, turn around. So you can see I've tried to put both of the ponytails on the same level. And that's our center party. Let me give you a pro tip for free. If the hair is really due, and this is something we do sometimes, if the hair is really due for a retie and I've not had time to do the retie, what I could sometimes do is on the weekend, maybe the morning, on Sunday evening, I would retighten either side of the center line and then the periphery in front, and it would look perfect and neat. Nobody would know that there's like 6 weeks worth of new growth underneath there. Well, if you're an OG, you would tell because it would be a bit puffier, but once that center line, once you retighten either side of the center line, she should be good. And then just to make it look nice and pretty, I could follow with these, just to, sometimes I don't like those ouchless bands showing, so I could just follow with these to cover them up and make it look nice and really pretty. Okay, so that's style number one. All right, moving on to style number two. And to be quite frank, what you're going to notice is that most of the styles we do kind of lead into each other. And by that I mean that once I've created the first style, the subsequent style needs very little to no manipulation. It needs not much manipulation to get the second style. So we try to make each style segue into the next. So what you're going to notice is that for this next style, all I'm literally doing is changing the position of the ponytail, right? So they're very similar, but then they still look very different at the same time. It gives a completely different look. Okay, so turn around. I'm going to start with the one on this side, and what I'm simply going to do is to relocate this bone. Okay, so without even taking it out, if I can help it. All right, I'm going to relocate this bun. Okay, no, I might need to take this out because I want to bring the bun all the way down. All right, so bring the bun all the way down. finger, tangle a little bit. Okay, bring it all the way down, and then behind her ear, as low as I can get, is where I'm going to locate this bun now. Sorry, darling. Okay. So I'm going to turn her around so you can see the difference in positioning. So you can see how low this one has gone. This one is now relatively high up. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Usually if I was doing this not for demonstration, I would have done it in one motion, but because I'm doing it for demonstration, I'm going to break up this up into different steps. The next step I'm going to do is to loop this under. Okay, let me start with this one. I'm going to loop all of this hair underneath and tuck it in into just one strand of this. Okay. When her hair was shorter, this used to be a much more straightforward thing to do. So now you can see I've tucked it in. When her hair was shorter, we would have stopped here and it would have been fine. But now that her hair is a bit longer, I have to do one more step. What it is I'm going to divide these hanging ones and then find the hole that was created here by the loop and tuck the hair in. I'm going to use my hand to guide it so that it doesn't get scattered, and just tuck that in. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, tuck that all in and then spread them out over the hair that I've tucked in. So we have this nice neat and I don't know if you guys can see that. Turn around a little bit. Oh, I'm blocking it with my hand, but there you have it. Now we have this nice neat low bun. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now you can see that we have two nice low buns on either side. Again, very simple. You can do this in 5 minutes, and depending on where she's going, I can jazz this up even more by just adding a bow on each side. This is one of our favorite styles for church. And she's going for a party or an event or something. And you can see, turn your head back, how that looks. So it's so simple, yes, yet it's so pretty at the same time. Alright, and that's the view from the front. Okay, so moving on very quickly to the next style. So the next one has to be probably Olamachi's favorite style. Yay. Of all. Typically, in the interest of full disclosure, the times when we typically do this is when, if she's had her hair in braids or in twists, and then we take them down and she has some really beautiful curls. Her hair is straight today, but we're just going to demo. This is the absolute easiest style. It usually happens when I've taken her, if she's had braids in for about a week or two, by which time she should have some really tight curls, just because of how long she's worn the hair. We'll just find her center part, comb through, and then pop a headband on. So yeah, it really is as simple as this, and this is the style all on its own. So the next one we're going to do is what I call the half up, half down. So what I'm going to do is to find the line that goes from ear to ear, so literally half of her head, And this doesn't have to be wonderfully neat. Remember, I said that these are all, what they really are is just 5 minutes or less, styles that you can do in 5 minutes or less when you're trying to get your child ready for school in the morning.
Like back to school.
Oops. Bottom of product was fine. So I'm going to put that away and find the center part on the other side. You bend a little bit, you can see it's not looking very straight now because, like I said, her retie was about 2 weeks ago, so she does have quite. See what I mean by you really do want to make sure that your hands are well moisturized, and be gentle. Be gentle when you are going through with your hands. Okay. And not too tight. I'm going to try and find the center position. And sometimes she likes us to leave 1 or 2 out on the side.
That's
just
what I actually
kind of makes it
you know, look beautiful.
Yeah, makes it look pretty.
It's like a rock and roll ponytail, but you put it by the side. But this time is a lift.
Just make sure it's
This
centered. I usually use one of these.
or you can use a blue bow. If you're going to church and you're wearing a blue dress, you can use a blue bow. If you have a pink and black dress, use any color that you're wearing for church. Just use a bow that is kind of matches that color. Isn't that right, Mom?
Yeah. So
we would have used red.
This is what the back looks like. So it's a simple half up, half down. And like she said, you could pretty much jazz it up with any accessories that you have, and jazz it up any way you like. Alright, so the next time, this one too is a very simple. Remember I said it's just 5 minutes styles that
like we're only doing like 5 rounds.
Let you get
and this is the final round
out of the door in 5 minutes. So what this one is I'm going to take, and I hope you guys can see, I'm going to take some hair from just about here, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, you can see how much that is, and I'm going to, depending on how much time you have, sometimes I just twist it, but today's I'm going to braid it. Okay, even when you're braiding, it doesn't take that long, and when you braid, don't braid tight, just braid loosely. Okay,
as if you want to loosen it.
Yeah, like she said, so that it's easy to loosen
after you finish your style.
Just braid loosely, there's no need to braid tight at all. Okay, now as you braid, I'm used to doing this, so I have an idea at what point I'm going to drop it and go braid the other side. So I hope you guys can see it. Can you see the braid?
Then you put
okay,
it
there we go.
by
Alright, so you braid until you get to about here. Okay, I'm going to go 2 more steps. Alright, then I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to go do the same on the other side. So after braiding those 2, okay, what we are going to then do,
pick them up.
Look straight ahead for me. Okay?
Pick them up.
We're going to pick them both up, alright, and then bring them to the back. Okay, so now you have 2 braids on either side and try as much as possible to make sure that they're on the same level. And then I'm going to braid. I braided this one on this side, braided this one on this side, and then I'm now going to braid them together. I don't like to braid all the way to the end because
maybe
that makes it a little bit more difficult
for you to lose it.
So I'm going to leave a few, depending on you. You may choose to just leave it like that. Sometimes what I do is I just twist all the way to the end. Okay, and then you might want to leave it out like this, and that's the braid right there. Or what I often do is to just tuck it in and just bring all the hair out around it.
Put a little accessory.
And then, yeah, so you could leave it like this.
You can even use a bow.
You could
use a bow.
Jazz it up a little bit with a bow. Okay. And give it even more pizzazz. Alright? And with that, we come to the end of our 5 school hairstyles.
Bye.
Bye guys. Thanks for hanging with us. See you next time. And until then, please
like,
comment,
subscribe, hit the notification bell.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.